welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, July the 13th, 2021. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a new specialty sandwich shop has opened up at the Downtown Avenues in Tullahoma, and we spoke with several retired professional athletes who were playing at a golf tournament on Saturday. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
The food at Parkview, well, I haven't had a bad meal there yet.
The food at Parkview is absolutely scrumptious. I mean, it is really good. It's just like home cooking.
And then there are the cookies. Oh my, they bake cookies every day, and they are super.
The food is truly incredible, and it's like being on a cruise ship.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Welcome back. News Leader's John Gray spoke with Zubair Reza at his new sandwich shop located in Downtown Avenues in downtown Tullahoma, all about his new business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, John Gray here in Downtown Avenues, downtown Tullahoma, with my friend Zubair in the Sonoma Bread Company, right? Bread Company?
Yes.
All right. Tell us what you've got going on down here, Zubair.
So it's a fresh, locally sourced soup, salad, signature sandwiches, and panini place here in Downtown Avenues, along with our friends Pretzel Shop with Mary Allen and Christie's Cheesecakery.
Cheesecakery. So we've got cheese. You can come in. You can get bread. Now, are you?
We're not selling loaves.
The bread. Not selling loaf bread yet.
Not selling loaf bread yet, but we do all our sandwiches and paninis on freshly baked, locally sourced sourdough bread.
Okay.
And they're baked by Lewis Brothers out of Murfreesboro.
Okay. Very good. And so, what about your hours here?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 3 p.m.
11 to 3.
Correct.
So you're, what's that, 4 hours?
But yes, we're just doing lunch right now at this point.
Until you get things under control.
That is correct.
What about side items?
For side items, we have assorted chips, a Greek pasta salad, and also a red potato salad, and then a few other assortments on the chips variety.
Okay, so I know you are a chef yourself. I've been fortunate enough to taste many of his creations, and I'm sure you'll slide something a little bit different in from time to time, like some salsas or some type of ingredient or something like that to make this. This is a signature place.
Correct. Yes.
This is not something you're going to go and find in other towns because it has you as the touching hand on these things.
All the ingredients and the recipes are unique from me.
And that's important.
On the menu.
And that's important.
Yes. And then speaking of doing other things, yes, we'll be doing weekly specials, which will have a different flair, and then also certain items from different regions of Pan Pacific, where I grew up. So that'd be interesting, and we'll be rolling those out soon.
So this is the Sonoma Bread Company. It's inside of the Avenues downtown. You walk through the double front doors, come back and turn to the left, and there's an open area with some seating out in front, and you walk in and you will be surprised, and so will your taste buds be surprised with what goes on down here.
Willowbrook Golf and Country Club hosted a celebrity golf tournament on Saturday organized by Wayne Buckingham with WAB Sports, who sat down with Otis Nixon, former Atlanta Brave, and Jermaine Jones, former LA Laker, at For the Win Cigar Bar in Tullahoma on Friday afternoon. We talked to them about how they have come together to help young kids in the area.
Okay, I am Otis Six from Atlanta Braves, and I go across the country playing in tournament after tournament after tournament. Father Tim Tebow, John Smokes, and Coach Buck, and we just came from where we at? Wyoming. So we do this on a regular basis, and Coach Buck and I got together, and we decided to come from Atlanta, Georgia, and come down and join him. I think this is his 10th year, so I do it on a regular basis. I do about 10 or 12 a year, including my own and everything. So we do similar to everything, but when I heard about what he was doing, I said, man, I'm on the way down to play my first tournament with you and see what's going on and see what he's doing. He's doing great things down here, man. And Coach Buck, I am very, very proud of what you're doing down here with these kids, brother.
Appreciate it.
And tell us a little bit about what are you doing with the kids right now, Coach Buck?
So basically, we WAB Sports, we started 10 years ago. We do a youth camp. Usually it runs today. And we average about 400 to 500 kids. It's all free for the kids to come out. We bring doctors in from the NFL to talk to the kids about concussion protocol, nutrition. And we bring doctors in to talk about nutrition, how to be a great teammate. And a lot of these guys like Otis and JG and Dwight Stone over there, they come in and they give their time back to kids that's not even in our community that they don't belong to. I had an interview earlier today, and I'm so proud that they come in. And I've just been overwhelmed this year because I found that's my 10th year. And
how many kids y'all have over the year coaching time? How many kids?
Man, they told me we done touched over 25,000 kids in the last 10 years.
Kids, right?
That's like 2,200 kids a year. So through our scholarship and mentoring. So we touched from Nashville, Murfreesboro, Shelbyville, Tullahoma, Winchester, Manchester, all the way up to Mount Eagle Mountain for Middle Tennessee. But we stretch out, we do stuff down in Atlanta, and we do in the Clemson, South Carolina, where I went to school at too. So I'm very pleased to have my guys here today. And hopefully this rain will stay off where we can have some good fun tomorrow at the golf course over at Willowbrook Golf Course.
I spent some time down in Greenwood, South Carolina, so not terribly far from Clemson.
Yeah. It's a lovely place, ain't it?
Beautiful down there.
I tried to tell him before he went to Georgia to come to Clemson, but he didn't want to listen to me.
Why don't we pass?
Speaking of that,
they feed us better now.
Why don't we pass it over to Juju and let him talk about it? Because this guy got to play, and I found some things out about him that he, not only because my thing I asked him about, not only is he doing some of the same things that helped us, but he told me he played with Kobe Bryant. Now, a lot of people been around Kobe, had never seen him. This guy played with him, tried to hold him in practice, and all this and everything. So that's the thing the kids like to hear. Not only kids, but I wanted to hear it just from him because I never met Kobe.
Well, I just want to talk. I got an opportunity to meet Buck down in North Georgia at an autograph signing. Me and Otis, we do a lot of things together whenever we're doing something good out in the community. We'll contact each other, and I had the opportunity to meet Buck down there, and we had the opportunity to talk about a lot of things and found out that we had a lot of similarities in the things that we like to go out and do for the kids. And he asked me to come down and support what he got going on. So that's the reason I'm here, to be able to come in here and support what he got going on for his 10th anniversary, man. And it's an honor for me to be here to support what you got going on, man. So maybe we can get together and do more things out in the community, and you come down to Atlanta, man, even though you went to Clemson.
That actually kind of leads to a question that I would like to ask you, being that you were a young player at the same time that I guess Kobe was a young player then. I know that Bryant was involved in all kinds of youth athletics and mentoring programs. Did that influence you to move into that, or were you always already doing that type of stuff when you were at UGA?
Well, as athletes, man, we, it's kind of brought up in us to be able to go out and give back, man, because, it's hard for you to, get anything if you're not giving something. So, most athletes that I know and been around, that's just part of our culture to be able to go out and give back in community. So, to say that he done it, to watch him do it, it's always encouraging when you got somebody like Kobe Bryant, going out and doing those things. So it's always good to see that.
Now, are you back down in the Atlanta area now again?
Yes, I live in Atlanta.
Wonderful. And then Mr. Dixon, I was going to go back to you now. If I'm not mistaken, you're a pastor now, correct?
I'm a minister. It's different than a pastor and a minister. So I don't pastor the church, but I speak across the country in churches. I bury a lot of kids. I can marry a bear, marry a bear. You always say so. We're doing a lot of funerals on young kids, and I hate to say that, but it's true. From youth getting out here, they're shooting each other, overdosing and stuff like that. So that's what we preaching and teaching now, is saying no to drugs. I work with law enforcement across the United States, with all the sheriffs in the county. We got programs that we put them in. They don't want to lock them up, so we get them out. We do community service with them and trying to show them the right way. This ties into what we do with law enforcement. If somebody don't get out in the communities, the pastors can't do it in the pulpit by themselves. Parents can't do it. But, the sheriffs can't do it. Law enforcement can't do it. But if we get together as a unit, we can help our future. This is our future that we're talking about. Standing right behind me is our future. We played our days in the sun, had our days in the sun, but when we can get back to these kids here, and I asked this young man, I said, how are you doing in school? He said, good. Jermaine said, what is good? We had different levels for when we was in C's. If we can make a C in school, that was good. But they are doing very good. I got a young man that's, yes, he's over there. I got another one. Where's your son at? He was left. He was a baseball player, catcher. When you see these youth guys that are coming in, so they got a different level of looking at life now. And I want them to look through a clear pair of glasses instead of the muddy stuff that's out there right now.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It is wonderful living here. I don't have responsibilities of a house. I don't have all the work that goes with a house. And you can just relax here and be happy.
There's no set thing that you have to do. However, the offerings that they give you, it's wonderful.
I think the biggest thing about Parkview that is most significant to me is that we are family.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. And I grow and get bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. We continue with our visiting sports heroes now, with them addressing what they are trying to teach to the kids.
I retired in 2005, and I had a talk with God trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life after sports, because my whole life I played sports. And my mom always taught me back in the day, she was my foundation to the point of always giving back. So even when I was in college and high school, I always gave back. But my biggest thing is I'm trying to say I love teaching the 5-year-olds to 6th grade. Dean Smith told me a long time ago, young kids like that like sponges. So whatever you teach them at that young age, they grasp it and they keep hope to it. And the same thing as we grew up with our moms and dads, what we learned in our household is what we learned over the years. So I target the young kids. I love working with the 5-year-olds. It's so beautiful to have time to spend with these little kids And we want to teach about teamwork, because I feel like every child should play some type of sports, because when you get out here in the job force, you got to work. It's all about team. I believe hatred is, I'm going to speak on this, I believe hatred is taught. And I believe if we can teach our young kids to love everybody and love each other and have respect for themselves, we won't have guns in the school. We won't have problems with little kids cussing out the teachers. It'd be easier to teach these kids. And it all started at home. And it all started as us athletes sitting here. We don't have to be here. You know, made plenty of money. We could just be home somewhere on the beach chilling. But our hearts put us here to reach out to organizations out in the communities that we don't even have ties with, to give back, where these young men and young women have the opportunity to make it farther than we did and don't have to follow in our footsteps. They can go down our way, but I always tell my kids is this: if I come to your house to visit you and the lights go out, do you want to follow me out of the house, or I'm going to follow you out of the house? 90% of the time, you're going to follow that out because I don't know your house. So you can tell me where to step where I can get out safely. So I kind of look at it as us as sports giving back. And I commend these young men on what they do, because that would drive me. I remember I met Mr. Otis when I moved to Atlanta in '86. He came to the Atlanta Braves in '89. They was playing. We used to get tickets. They used to give us tickets to come to the game. I got mad at him because when he came, they got good. And now they wouldn't give us no more tickets to come to the game for free. You know, they started winning, so we didn't get to come. But I really enjoyed watching them play his years down in Atlanta. And as me as an athlete, I always respect that as a younger guy looking. So he's a mentor to me. He didn't even know it, but he's a mentor to me, giving back and doing what I do with the kids. And I'm just hoping these young men understand that, and that's what we try to do. That's why I do what I do. I love giving back to the kids. So I'm going to hand over to Mr. Otis, let him speak on that too.
We teach them yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Y'all say that for me. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. We're going back to the basics where kids don't want to say yeah, no, and all that. We starting back from that simple thing right there. Back in old grandma said, boy, you better not say no, you better say yes, ma'am. So we go back there and we teach them little small skills just like that to the next one on just not picking up baseballs and everything. So you can finish up with this juju and knock it down to the end.
Well, you know, it's always good giving back with the kids, and everybody's giving something different. You know, one of the things I really like to give back to the kids is really, you know, because you have so many athletes and kids that really want to be professional athletes. I'm the one to keep it 100 with them. Like, look, man, it's only a 1% chance that you're going to make professional basketball or whatever sport it is. It's a low 1%. Percentage. You know, it's a very low percentage. So what I try to do is try to reach out to the kids and let them know that there's other opportunities out there other than just sports. You know, it's important for them to understand that, because for me, growing up, you know, sports was something that I fell in love with from 11 years old, and that was my vision. That's all I seen. I didn't see anything else other than that. So, you know, when I retired from basketball, you know, I let basketball really define who I was. So, you know, after it was over, it's like I'm trying to find who I was. So what I try to give back to the youth is that don't let a game or something you do or even a job define who you are, because that's just something that you do. And I try to teach them that, you know, the things that I didn't know, other opportunities existed. You know, like in basketball, like I didn't understand the guy that's plugging in, you know, these TV screens making $200,000, mascots making $100,000, statisticians making 6 figures. You know what I mean? Referees making millions of dollars, you know, surrounding the game of basketball. So what I try to let the kids understand that there's other opportunities, but we just try to provide them with the things that they might not know about you know, being around the game of sport if you can't make it, because everybody's not going to make it.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program, and are now completely, you know, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma. The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. Afterward, we asked Otis and Wayne Buckingham what advice they would give to youth who want to pursue a career in sports.
Education. You know, stay out of trouble. Look at your surroundings, who you're around, and that'll tell you where your future is going to be. If you're around bad company, I guarantee you're going to be in a bad company. That's all. Those three things there I leave with a kid. Watch your surroundings, who you're with, and then education, and just stay in the right company.
Well, it's kind of hard to follow up on that because that's pretty much what everybody said. And I kind of say the same thing. Is I always tell my kids is, hey, use sports. Don't let this basketball and football use you. You use it to get a free education because you can blow out your knee. I've been down that road. Doesn't matter if you're a McDonald's American highest player, whatever. You can get, you know, as long as you get a free education, that's all that matters. So I always say use the basketball. Don't let the basketball use you.
What's the owner's name? Sir, could you step back here behind us, sir? And this is unannounced, but I thank you for having us here today, for Buck being late on introducing you. I knew you were somebody, but we're blaming on him. This is the owner of the shop. Thank you very much for having the kids out, and thank you.
Appreciate you.
We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. After Otis Nixon had to leave, we got to speak with Dwight Stone, who was a former Pittsburgh Steeler and MTSU Blue Raider.
It's nice to be back in the area, seeing how it grown. And also, I remember when this guy right here was like one of these guys over here. Yeah, he used to come over there with his brother. I played with his brother at MTSU, and he used to come around. I mean, he was tall then. Then when I saw him now, I was like, wow, this guy has really grown. But it's nice to be back in the area. That my everyday walk is with Jesus Christ. I try to let people know that I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing what God blessed me to have and use that. And I try to share my faith with them without drowning them with the faith, but letting them know that God blessed me. This is where I came from. This is where I'm at, and this is how I got there. And also respecting other people. I grew up 4 brothers, 2 sisters in the projects. My father passed away at an early age. Mom worked 2 and 3 jobs, and watching her work hard and watching her succeed. Always about being respectful, be on time, and don't be the one who start rumors, and don't be in the bunch of people who are starting the rumors. And sometimes you got to step away from the people that you love to better yourself. Because I saw so many people in my area that I grew up very talented, a lot better than I was. It's just that I had a focus of looking at my mom go to work, and I said one day that I'm going to set things right with the help of God. And by doing that and just respecting other people, it worked out pretty good. I use them I don't use them as obstacles, I use them as stepping stone to make me work that much harder. Because when you say I can't do something, I'm going to tell myself I know I can do it. And the way I go by doing that is I don't flaunt things. I don't say, oh, look, I told you. I just put my head down and I just work, and I work out, and I try to, I try to make myself better every day, not only for myself, but for my family and for my hometown where I grew up at. I represent them when I'm out here talking or how I'm acting. I'm going to reflect back on them. So I try to make myself a better person, even at my age right now. I try to do something. I do learn things from younger people too, and I put that into use.
I want to appreciate Mr. Scott for the Win Cigar hosting our draft party. I want to have a thank you for all our sponsors, our major sponsors, Kincaid Service Company, TOA, Dr. McKenzie. He actually the one that did my hip surgery for me. Then we have Bell Buckle Cafe. Yeah, I'll be eating there tomorrow morning. You remember that, don't you?
I'm not gonna eat the rest of the night.
Bell Buckle Cafe and Cooper Steel down in I'm about to say Atlanta, but down in Cheverville. This wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for them. And truly want to appreciate our major sponsors and appreciate everybody out there that gave and donated towards this wonderful cause, especially for our 10-year anniversary here in Middle Tennessee. And hopefully we're going to be 10 more years after this, helping the kids in the community. From WAB Sports.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Laurel Stone from the Isaiah 117 House about their upcoming lemonade stand fundraiser this weekend. Fran Gray will invite everyone out to the Purple Olympics wrap-up, and we'll hear a preview of some of the entertainment coming to the annual South Jackson Ice Cream Social next week. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The food at Parkview, well, I haven't had a bad meal there yet.
The food at Parkview is absolutely scrumptious. I mean, it is really good. It's just like home cooking.
And then there are the cookies. Oh my, they bake cookies every day, and they are super.
The food is truly incredible, and it's like being on a cruise ship.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1954 at 100 degrees. The record low was in 1918 at 53 degrees. The average high for this day is 87, and the average low is 68. 50% chance of showers for tonight with a low of 68. 20% chance of storms for Wednesday with a high of 86 and a low of 67, and a 30% chance of storms for Thursday, a high of 87 and a low of 69. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader on 6. Stay safe and have a great evening.